Yo! Welcome to the Squeegee Live Podcast. I'm T. Squeegee. It's Mark Tanner, Seth Byers, Tim the Outlaw Window Cleaner Huber, and our special guest tonight, Jamie Schmidt. What's up, Jamie? How you doing, brother?
Good. What's up?
Awesome.
Happy to come on with you guys.
Yeah, we're happy to have you finally. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. We've been trying to get you to come on for a while. So it's nice to have you on. How are things shaking out in your neck of the woods? Are things getting better or what?
It's doing good, man. The weather's good.
Good.
Phones are ringing. Everybody's,
awesome.
Everybody should be happy right now.
I know.
Guys open up there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'm open all year.
Oh.
Yeah, but everybody else isn't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No.
No. Oh, you mean are we open? No. Yeah. Yes and no.
Yes
the
and
state,
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes and no. All right, I got it. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's Jersey, man. So hey, our governor's a psycho.
Well, hopefully that shit changes. I'm hoping. You know what I mean? Hopefully things start to open up a little bit. The fucking liberals and everything, they've gotten their way. Trump's not in office anymore. Hopefully that fucking shit changes. I don't know if it will, but it'd be sweet if things got better. But it doesn't really feel like it's gonna,
Yep.
We'll see.
It feels like we're so far out from it being like normal again.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want it to go back to normal.
No.
At some point, they're going to let it have to be, though.
Well, at some point, there's not going to be a choice because governors are just going to start opening up and saying F off. Look what Florida's doing. We're like 27th in the nation. We're wide open pretty much. Mm-hmm. And our cases have dropped.
Well, I mean, if you go by their fucking scenarios, Florida should be a zombie apocalypse right now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we all know that's all bullshit.
Yeah, when Governor DeSantis pulled up the mask mandate, and by the way, I love Governor DeSantis. He pulled the mask mandate. People are on the news going, he just signed a death warrant for the state. And I'm like, well, nobody told you couldn't wear a mask, asshole. You want to wear a mask, go put a mask on. Nobody's forcing you not to wear a mask, but they can't enforce it is all that means.
Right. Right. I think it should be, I think there should be, people should still exercise caution. But, you gotta let people get some sense of normalcy going on in their life, man.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are waiting for this fucking Dr. Fauci, something. Yeah, but this is Dr. Fauci here, and I wanted to tell you that, COVID-19 can stay alive on the head of your penis for at least 17 hours. So when was the last time you gave it a good scrubbing? That fucking guy needs to go. That motherfucker needs to go. It's fucking worthless. Little shithead.
I don't know, man. I'm expecting, like, I've talked to a couple of my restaurants this week, and one of them's like expecting to have they're gonna open their dining rooms up in April. So that's good news for me. I know one of them one chain I'm gonna get back. I'm fairly certain of. The one I'm not sure yet, but they're talking about, maybe opening their dining rooms up. I just think they need to open dining rooms up And, you know, we're all aware of what's going on with the virus and shit. Everyone's more conscious of what's going on, you know.
Most of the restaurants around here are just saying, we're just doing what we want at this point.
Right.
Throwing in tables here and there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Leaving some candies on the table, stuff like that. We're
Right.
weeks away, I think, from blowing it wide open, especially up there, dude. You guys need that summertime up there.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're gonna fuck around with that this year.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I mean, last year, I was doing hella houses last year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right.
It's just the restaurants and shit were all
not
fucked up.
Yeah, it's just like
I've got some commercial actually calling in like crazy right now. So we're gonna try to get some of it, but others we're just gonna pass it on. You know.
I don't know. I can tell you this. I visited one of the higher end malls that my company does work on late last week, and it's a fucking ghost town, dude. A lot of these higher end stores, a lot of stores, mom and pops. The corporate ones, they can hang on because they're national. But the little guy trying to turn a buck with a rent and everything. I mean, I went to a mall that's almost, and it was some of the most exclusive, beautiful Class A shopping center, probably 60% full now, you know. And I had 5 movie theaters before all this. I don't have one left, not one. You know, Regal is bankrupt. Cobb Theater's not doing anything. Cinemark isn't doing anything. Yeah, it's brutal, man.
Yeah. It's the fucking shit,
Jamie,
man.
I tried to share it in your group, but I answered the question. So once I get accepted, I will share it in your group, sir.
Oh, I got
don't
you.
know why.
I got you covered.
Gotcha.
I thought you were already in the group.
I thought I was too. So I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, we just had our town police union just write to the state saying they're not going to enforce mask laws. They said
That's
it's
awesome.
not part of their job and they're not going to do it.
Awesome.
So, yeah, they were letting live music happen, but you couldn't sing. So,
Yeah.
they were,
No,
like,
yeah.
recording their shit, and I'm like, what is the point of this?
I heard
That's
something
the
about
town
that, and
police
no
union.
wind,
It's like, fuck it.
no wind instruments, no trombones. No, what are we gonna do? We can't play the fucking trombone.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
Hard life living there.
So Jamie,
Yes.
how did you get started in this business? Where did you start at? Where did this all start for you?
When I was a kid, I grew up, man. I grew up doing. My grandfather owned a window cleaning company, so
Oh,
I
okay.
grew up since I was a little guy, man. Going out on the weekends, cleaning store windows with him, and he also did janitorial work. So he actually had places accounts that he did. So I started the weekend doing that with him, and I lived with him too. So it was just like one of those fucking things where it's like it was just. Right, I got like 19. It was just like I can't work with him and live with him. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got it. So I had to go get a job, man. I got a job cleaning carpet at a carpet cleaning company. So, I've been through all phases of cleaning, and went out and got a partner and started a pressure washing company, and that failed, right? Because our fucking business model was fucking fucked up and didn't work, and got rid of him 4 years ago, rebranded, and that's where I'm at today, and that's. I was never really involved in the Facebook group stuff. You know what I mean? It was never really my thing. But that's why I started Motivation to kind of try to at least help guys. I've made a lot of mistakes, so I know the mistakes, and I see them making the mistakes. So at least I can try to say, hey, I've been here. I made this mistake, and try to help them not make the same ones. Right?
Right.
That's all we can do. But
Yeah, that's not. There's a slippery slope between explaining to someone about the mistake they're about to make because you've already had the experience making it, and not coming across as a fucking know-it-all. Because a lot of people in the pressure cleaning, window cleaning, and solar panel cleaning industry, they have motives that I just don't necessarily agree with. If I see someone that's new to my industry or the window cleaning industry, and someone's pushing, $6,000 worth of purification and pole equipment on them, I'm like, hey, dude, we don't need to do this publicly, but don't do that shit, man. You got $200? Let's fill a bucket full of tools and go make some money.
Right.
You don't need that. You don't need that. You know, you say, well, you have all that. Well, I took 20 years. Over the last 20 years, I've been buying cool shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if you put the cart before the horse, it's bound to fail.
Right. I've noticed just personally, you know, because I'm not really, I mean, I pressure wash. I mean, I feel like I've got a good grasp on what I'm doing and what works and what won't work. You know what I mean? And I know what not to do to not fuck people's shit up. But I've noticed, and I don't really comment too much, but I am a member of a lot of pressure washing groups, and I notice it seems to be like a lot of old heads, not a lot of them, not all of them, but a bunch of them are like, when someone asks a question, like, how should I get started? Everyone's like usually recommending like the $10,000 rig, and it's just like, man, you know, is that really necessary when you're first starting out? I mean, I know people like to rag on dudes that got a Ryobi pressure washer and shit, you know. I mean, but you know, you can start out small and work your way up. You don't have to, like, you know, the same thing with the window cleaning industry. Guys are like, you know, like, what you need is a Tucker fucking fill and go, fucking drop 5 G's. No, you need a fucking squeegee and a washer and some fucking rags, man. That's what you need.
Well,
you know,
I think Jamie would agree to this. I see, and again, I'm not involved much in the pressure washing industry or in the groups, but I do troll the pages. Now that things have gone more over to a chemicals as well as pressure washing, I see a lot of people fucking a lot of shit up.
Yeah.
You know, and then a lot of guys just blasting, and I never knew this, brand new concrete with a surface washer and leaving swirls everywhere, and like, how do we fix this? You fix it, and you're going to replace this guy's concrete. That's how you're going to fix it.
Oh man, you need the F9 cookbook. Because I tell you what, I put some swirls. I put some swirls in some concrete, and that fucking F9, I can't remember. I still have the bottle of it. I don't know what it is, but I did this fucking, that dude hooked me up with, like, I put this shit on there, and I did like this circular pattern, and that shit, it fucking went away. I mean, you know, you just gotta be fucking careful. There are some techniques in that shit, you know, that work, you know what I mean? But some of these guys, it's just like, man, are you giving these motherfuckers this advice because you want to see them fail, or, you know what I mean?
You get that in window cleaning too, though. How many guys, when you have a stain on a piece of glass, are like, use toilet bowl cleaner, use fucking barkeeper's friend, and it's bad advice on top of bad advice, and you'll get it's just insane.
At least 15 bad recommendations before, not me. One guy stands up and goes, "Hey, dude, you know, maybe you shouldn't try that." You know what I'm saying? And I always come in and say, "Oh, oven cleaner." Well, you know, most ovens are self-cleaning, so I guess they even still sell oven cleaner. But I'm like, well, do you preheat the window to 350 before you spray the fucking oven cleaner on it? Right. Stupid ass.
Well, you know, I've used products like fucking Diamond Magic before and ended up, you know, and I've been cleaning windows for a long time, and I fucked some glass up.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean? Swirled a bunch of swirls. You know, you got to watch what the fuck you're doing.
If you put Diamond Magic on with your hands, you're relatively safe as long as you're not bearing down, depending on what is in your hand that's going up against Diamond Magic. Right. But if you put Diamond Magic on anything that spins, you're going to be making swirls out of that shit real quick.
Right.
You know.
You guys know what the most annoying answer is in the pressure washing industry?
What's that?
What's that?
It's 50-50. It's the most annoying goddamn answer that we hear every day because it makes no sense, because it's not a real number.
Right.
And just don't get it, man. It's like everybody has a question. Hit that shit with 50-50.
Yeah, 50-50 what?
What?
And what's to say what you're mixing out of a bottle is still 50%. It's still 100%.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. It's crazy.
No, you know, there's a big learning curve, and unfortunately, some of these guys that are
smoke them if you got them.
They're on the hook.
Right.
You know.
Well, dude, I think both of our industries, both the window cleaning and the pressure washing industries, both, the learning curve is not what it used to be. You know what I mean? You're going to learn, people are going to glean a lot of shit from videos and forums and shit. And I think that may have an effect on guys that have been doing it, like some guys like Mark, not necessarily saying Mark feels this way, but say someone with Mark's experience and, you know, has like a like inferiority complex. That might, like, oh, they're those kind of, there's guys out there that pisses them off. That these guys are like, oh, I had to bust my ass to figure this out. So whenever you ask a question, I'm going to be a fucking prick to you because I had to fucking learn it a hard way. You know what I mean? But times are changing. You know what I'm saying?
If this was available, this is what you would have done. You know what I mean? It's all just how you access information now. The problem now is there's so much information out there, and there's a lot of bad.
It's hard to disseminate what's good and what's not good.
You don't know exactly where to, like, when I first started trying to downstream, I watched like 10 videos like 5 years ago, and I was like, I have fucking no idea. Because 8 different guys showed me 8 different ways to do this and diagnose this, and I'm like, I guess I'm just going to buy a bunch of shit and figure it out.
Right.
Part of the problem is this. My first pressure washer was from a rental store. I think I paid $500 for it. It was one of those, it was a Honda, when they called them 13 horsepower because they didn't get in trouble for mislabeling it. Now it's a GX 690 and all that other shit, but that's why Honda can't put 13 horsepower, because it's not truly 13 horsepower. A little trivia, right? So anyway, I bought a rental machine because we got a contract with Blockbuster, and I'm like, all right, we need a trailer, we need a tank, we need a pressure washer, a surface washer, 200 feet of hose, the whole 9 yards. And we didn't have the budget, so I bought one from a rental store that probably had 1 million hours on it, knowing that after a month or two I was going to be able to upgrade. But back then, hot water was barely coming around, okay? Hydrotech was around, I remember that, but you had to have a lot of, their machines back then were $7,000 or $8,000. That wasn't in the budget, but now, now I'm seeing, and I could be wrong, Jamie, you would know better than me, but I'm seeing engines in the range of 25 to 35 horsepower moving 10, 15 gallons a minute at 5,000 PSI, plus all these chemicals. It's dangerous for someone in the wrong hands. You will not only hurt yourself, but you're going to damage shit with that.
Right.
Absolutely. And that's why it's important for these guys, man. Pressure washing industry is an easy industry to get into. It is. We're not going to say it's not, but there is also a learning curve. It's not as easy as, a lot try to make it to be. There is a learning curve. Not to destroy and mess shit up, And you're right, man. It's, everybody wants to jump out and start out with the biggest, baddest stuff, putting out the most gallons per minute and all this stuff. But there comes a responsibility with that, man. Hey, you're putting out all this gallons per minute. You're taking more risk of burning shit up, right? Because you're flooding everything.
Right.
People just got to understand, man. You can start with whatever you got.
What's up, Dad?
4 gallons a minute. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Squeegee Senior's watching right now. Everybody say hello to my dad.
What's up, Pops?
Oh, that's looks like you.
If you ever, and I've thought about leaning my company back more into pressure washing, but my area is just saturated with cab over trucks that have more diamond plate than a fire engine, and I'm not going to compete with that.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I've seen guys with 4 20-plus horsepower machines across the back, 2 guys with guns, 2 guys with surface washers, and 1 guy's in front of them with a PVC wand putting down straight bleach, or SH as we say, okay, and like a freight train just going through neighborhoods doing sidewalks. Literally, the truck doesn't stop. 1 guy's driving, and they're doing sidewalks for 5 cents a square foot and paying out, I don't know, at least $75 an hour in labor to do this. I mean, where's the ROI on a $100,000 rig? But I've thought about, leaning back into setting up another trailer. And I got to say, honestly, it's a great industry to buy something that's less than 200 hours on it, because go on Craigslist in any fucking neighborhood in any state, and you will see that guy that spent $12,000 and he's willing to let it go for $6 to get it out of the yard because mom's complaining.
Right. Well, I've got a 5.5 gallon per minute hot water unit. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest with you, I got a still pressure washer, 4 gallon per minute, the commercial version. And I use that more than I do anything else, to be quite honest with you. You know what I mean? And it does a great job. You know what I mean? Am I going to bust that out on a fucking parking garage? No. But if I'm going to do someone's fucking small driveway or their back patio, it'll fucking work. You just got to know what you're doing. You got to work smarter, not harder. You know what I mean? As long as you're using the right processes when you're like tackling this shit, like, I was doing everything with a pump-up sprayer, you know what I mean? Because it just worked. And then Seth's like, man, you ought to try an X-Jet. And I'm like, man, fuck that. And then I use that. I'm like, man, dude, where's this been my whole life? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, and now I'm like thinking, you know, I'm getting ready to buy I'm getting, me and my brother are going in on a shop. And I think I'm going to build me a little trailer. You know, nothing crazy, you know, just a little trailer. You know what I mean? Just get me a little downstream setup going on, something I can hook up, you know, boom, bang.
And yeah, dude, it's so easy. Listen,
or I might even just make a skid.
Advice.
I might even just make a skid.
400 gallon tank, Harbor Freight trailer with a 20% off coupon. You'll be into that for $3.99. Now you got to put that shit together, right? But you put that 500 gallon tank. Now you're not going to have a lot of room to hang hoses and whatnot, but you put it in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Fill that tank and then leave. Yep.
I showed you what my little trailers are. I got 4x6s with 4 gallon a minute machines on there. I got a bleach tank and I hook up to the customer's water, and that's all I do, man.
Yeah.
I got 2 hose reels and that's it.
Right.
And it just for me, you know, what I do is a lot of it's add-on for me.
And I got a guy here in town, Eric Babbis. Is that his name? Is that how you guys say? Is that how you say it? Babbis?
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Super cool dude. He just built this fucking beautiful fucking trailer. Big ass motherfucking 5th wheel fucking woody whoop. And I'm just like, God damn, man. You know what I mean? But that fits his business model. You know what I mean? When guys ask these questions, man, you gotta you can't ask Eric, hey man, how should I do this? Because Eric's like, man, look what I got. This is what I would do. You know what I mean? But that fits his business model. You know what I mean? It's just all about, like, I do pressure washing when I'm asked. It's on my card. They're like, hey, do you do pressure wash? I'm like, sure. You know what I mean? I don't advertise on the radio about fucking doing pressure washing because I'm a window cleaner. But pressure washing is an extra revenue source. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I can add to a ticket. Like today, I went, bit of house, inside and out, $350. I handed him a card. He flips it over. He's like, oh, you pressure wash? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, let's go around back. I go around back. I'm added on his patio and his sidewalk. And he wants his landscape rocks fucking pressure washed. I don't know why. But he's got some big boulders that have green moss on them. He don't like it. So I'm going to get it off for him. I added another fucking $600 to that ticket. You know what I mean? It's super easy. You know what I mean? So it's just all about your business model. You don't have to have the $10,000 rig to fucking get your feet wet in the fucking pressure washing game. If you want to fucking do giant fucking commercial properties, you're probably going to need something that will do that. You're not going to be able to do that with the Ryobi or the DeWalt fucking pressure washer. You're not going to be able to do that. No. So swing in your weight class, you know what I mean? And if the pressure washing thing is something you like and you're like, man, I want to step my game up, then you start to, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's the more logical thing to do. Like, you know, Perry Tate was really good at selling dudes fucking $5,000 worth of window cleaning equipment, and they don't even know how to fucking turn a squeegee yet.
Yeah,
you know
call your uncle, call your aunt, get a loan.
Yeah.
You know?
You gotta be really careful.
You know what Thanksgiving is in that fucking house? You know what I'm saying? Where's my money? Shut up, Grandpa. You know, I bought a leaf brush with money. So, Jamie, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Seeing how we're talking about new people in the movie, what do you think is the best advice you could give somebody that said, I'm ready to pull the trigger and start pressure washing, I've got a few contacts? What advice would you give them?
Man, I'm really just to kind of get some education, man, on to do stuff correctly. And the biggest thing is know what you're spraying on the house. You know, that's number one. Know what you're spraying and know how to protect the property, you know, as far as electrical. And there's a lot of guys, man, if you guys go on Facebook, you'll see it. You'll see all these burn up electrical outlets. You'll see all this shit that's burned up. And, you know, everybody always says it's not my fault. It ain't my fault. Well, damn, it rained on that goddamn outlet for 25 years and never caught on fire. You spray bleach on it and it caught on fire, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason why, man. So, and I'm not saying you have to go out there and you got to, you know, spend fortunes on that. You know, go out there. The information's out there, man. It's on YouTube. It's on Facebook. It's on, hey, I'm having a training event here this week, Friday. I have 100 guys coming here Friday and Saturday for free that we are training.
Oh, it doesn't cost $3,200?
No, it doesn't cost.
Okay.
It's just about, look, man, it's our industry. It's a great industry, man. And I think we should continue to try to help these guys. And one of my competitors, man, he don't like me. He don't like me because, well, he doesn't like the fact now that he's afraid of competition. Let's put it that way. That's the end of the conversation. He doesn't like that I would help somebody in our area because it's going to put us out of business. And I'm like, nah, dude, you know what? You're wrong.
Yeah.
When all these guys open up businesses in our area and they fuck people shit up, that's going to put us out of business because people ain't going to want to deal with pressure washing at all. It's going to get a bad name.
Yeah.
So let's help elevate everybody, man. The industry shouldn't be looked down upon. Like, and that's what we gotta make sure that we.
I spent the first 2 years I was in business for myself worried about what every fucking one else was doing. You know what I mean? Yep. I was sweating like, oh man, there's this fucking guy fucking cleaning windows in my town now. Fuck that guy. I'm gonna beat his fucking ass.
And follow him around.
I never follow anybody around because I'm not a fucking creep. But you know what I mean? I sweat it. I was sweating it some. You know what I mean? I was sweating it, and I'm like, and then after a while, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like fucking. Like coming home at fucking like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, and I'm like, man, why the fuck am I even worried about that dude? I can barely keep up with the fuck I'm doing now. You know what I mean? You just got to stay in your lane and worry about yourself. You know what I mean? You can't, there's plenty of houses out there. Everyone lives in one. There's plenty of windows. There's plenty of concrete. You know what I'm saying? If you live in a town where there's like fucking 4 businesses and there's 2 pressure washing companies, then maybe you got to worry about that guy. But nobody really lives like that. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of work for everyone. It's a little different if you got some guy rolling around lowballing you and fucking just taking work for pennies. You know what I mean? Then that's one thing. But to be worried about, the next guy is, that's stupid. You know what I mean? And there's some really super sweet dudes out there that, you're maybe look down your nose because they're working around in your area, but they're probably really good people. You know what I mean? That you could probably... like one of the guys that works in my town, I was like, man, fuck this guy. I fuck this guy. You know what I mean? Fuck him, And then finally I ran into him one day and we're sitting there bullshitting. He's like, man, I don't do any commercial work, man. I was like, really? He's like, I fucking hate it. I was like, I do some commercial work. He's like, from now, he goes, I'm going to send people to you. Is that cool? I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? You get to talk to there might be, this dude's been doing it 5 years longer than I am. He just don't want to dick with that shit. He's like, I just want to do houses for 6 months out of the year and just do. That's all I want to do. He goes, I really don't want to do anything else.
Dude, I give away all my commercial work except for the high profiles I want to keep and the trade outs for date nights. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's the only reason I keep any kind of commercial.
Most people have a thing they don't like to do. You know what I mean? And those relationships now. Me and that guy, after getting to talk, he had shoulder surgery, and he called me up. He's like, hey, man, will you take care of these jobs for me while I'm out? And I'm like, sure, man. And, like I said, that he's a sweet dude. He's a really sweet guy. Nice-ass fucking dude. And when he can't get to something, even if it's a house, or he's like, hey, man, I got this customer called me. The other guy in town dicked him over. I can't get to him. Will you go take care of him? I'm like, sure. Vice versa, I've done the same for him a few times. Like, man, I can't take all these houses, you know what I mean? Can you do this one for me? You know what I mean? I'm trying to refer them to someone. I'm just too busy. You know what I mean? And, it goes both ways. I hooked him up with a leaky gunslinger.
Think about that as they all were leaky.
Yeah. Well, he's like, what do I do? This thing's, he goes, I really like it. He goes, but it's leaking and my pants are all wet. And I was like, yeah, just go to the store and get some fucking, what is that shit? Flex Seal. Like, spray the inside of that bitch with Flex Seal. You're good to go. You know what I mean?
You would think the manufacturer would just do that.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say, there should be a disclaimer with that Flex Seal to anybody who's still, if there is any gunslingers out there, if you remember the commercial, that guy made a fucking airboat out of window screening and sprayed it with Flex Seal, and it fucking floated. Remember? Woohoo!
Yeah.
But I've yet to see Gunslinger last a long time with Flex Seal in it. So you're better off making a fucking airboat than fixing a Perry Tate fucking Gunslinger.
Right.
They make good slippers, by the way, though.
Remember that lady come up to the store and asked us, was it you that had her? No, it was fucking old Piano Teeth had her convinced they were snowshoes.
Yeah.
Dumbass bitch.
Snowshoes,
yeah, those gunslingers, they're snowshoes. She totally fell for it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I have some advice for window cleaners that wanted to get into pressure washers. Go to one of the conventions, go to one of the classes. There's plenty of them out there, okay? And then Start small and offer the pressure washing services to your existing client. It's like the only pressure washing I do is an existing client. I'm not out there bidding against this guy with the diamond plate truck. I'm bidding against nobody because I go to that customer and go, hey, that's a slip and fall waiting to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I always say this because they love it. Whether you use me or not, you should get that done. And I'd be happy to give you a price as we're already here cleaning your windows. Oh, really? You can do that?
Right.
Sold. It doesn't matter. She's not asking for prices. Just going to put it on the next bill for window cleaning.
Well, as a window cleaner, I think you automatically have. I mean, you have that trust building with the client.
Oh, yeah.
Especially as a window cleaner, because they don't. Pressure washers, they don't care, man. They'll hire anybody. But window cleaners, you're coming in their house.
Right.
Yeah.
So if they trust you to come to their house to clean their windows, then you know what?
Yeah.
If you want to offer pressure washing, they're going to let you do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
I've never pressure washed a day in my life.
Really?
Not one single time.
No kidding.
Never. Ever. I've never turned on a pressure washer.
You got to speak dirty to it. You got a nice long hose.
Yeah.
Well,
I just never have.
You know what, Tim? You can't. I wouldn't say you're leaving money on the table. I would just say, hey, if it comes a point in time in your business where it fits in. I mean, you're doing all those cookie cutter homes. I guarantee you can probably sell 30% of them on pressure washing. But your business model is boom, and out of there.
Right. That's exactly what we do. And I refer all my stuff to a soft washer. You know what I mean? So, and he refers all his window cleaning because he doesn't clean windows to me. So.
Yeah, I seen Jacob Dell mention, he's like, oh, man, you need to start upselling house washes. I just don't want to fuck with it. I'll be honest with you. I just don't want to fuck with it. I don't want to fuck with a roof. I don't want to fuck with siding. Yeah. I mean, if my customer asks me, hey, man, can you clean my siding? I'm going to fucking do it. But I'm not going to start advertising for it. I'm a window cleaner. That's what I do. You know what I mean? That's what I like to do. That's what I enjoy. I can make money very easily and quickly like that. If the other guy's pressure washing and he's doing window cleaning, he can't clean windows like me. He's not going to gain that experience on me overnight. No. You know what I mean? I'm going to be able to do the job faster and more efficiently than him. I'm going to make more money that way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But if a customer's like, hey, man, can you do this and can you do that? I will do that. You know what I mean? I've had a couple customers ask me for roofs, and I just hand them, I'm like, here, man, call Squeegee Peak. They'll take care of your fucking roof for you. You know what I mean? I just don't want to fuck with it,
Lights, chandeliers, because I got the ladders, I get the blinds. That shit gets pushed over to the girls,
right?
Because they do house cleaning shit, and they can do the blinds.
I'm really wanting to
charge $10 a blind or something.
Right?
Like that,
yeah, I'm really wanting to lean into the stain removal and glass restoration, but I can't get a hold of any polish. It's just really hard. It's fucking terrible. You know what I mean? I've been asking for it for months.
You ever tried oven cleaner?
No, fuckface.
Oh, man. I hear oven cleaner works good.
That's Seth's recommendation. Barkeeper's friend.
Yeah. Oven cleaner, toilet bowl cleaner. Barkeeper's friend cleans everything, apparently.
So what the fuck is the deal with fucking the polish, man? What's happening?
I've got materials to make about 30 gallons of polish right now.
Oh, so you were able to, oh, that's good, man. Because I know all jokes aside, that's the reason why you haven't been able to get me anything, because you just haven't been able to. The product has just not been available.
Yeah. It's a rare earth mineral.
Yeah.
Okay. Rare earth minerals. Everything's slowed down, dude. Go to a Honda dealership and try to buy a Honda Talon, or go buy any side by side. There's going to be 2 in the entire dealership because everybody stopped.
Right.
It's the same thing with my suppliers. So I actually was on the phone today with my wife because we're ordering 12 and 16 ounce bottles. Okay. And I've got to figure out something with the shaker can. You know what I'm talking about, TJ, the shaker can that I showed you, of getting those in enough bulk where they're cost effective. And then we're going to move the polish and the dry polish and the wet polish, and I'm hoping to have it all up and going within the next month and a half. Labels on the bottles, everything.
So ProMosh Missouri is asking Jamie, when is the website going to be live soon for the store, Jamie? So plug your website. What's going on? What's up? What are you about to do?
It's gonna be a little while, man. It's not easy.
What are you? What's the website for? What are you doing? What are you doing, Jamie? Come on, can you tell us?
I have a store.
Oh, what are you selling? Like,
what do we got there?
Doritos.
Is it an eBay store? Do you go to the auctions and buy someone's old shit?
Oh, cool. And you're working on that?
Yeah, I'm working on a website, man. Website, shipping is, it's not easy when you try to set up an automated store where people just go and order, 100-foot of hose, or they order a J-Rod, or they have to ship the computer talk to the shipping to understand the weights, the boxes.
Right.
So it's gonna be a little
process.
while to get it done. But we'll get it, man. It's for me. It's not.
I can't wait to get my rub beer stuff. You're never getting rub, Jacob Dell, because you're a fucking piece of shit. Jacob Dell, you ain't getting no rub until you stop drinking 5-hour energy drinks, you fuck.
Dude, you see that? He's gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah, dude, what are you trying to kill yourself, you fucking Momo? I do have to send him that rub, though. Listen, man, I put that shit on everything. They say Frank's Red Hat. I put that on every Tabasco. I put that on everything. I put Tanner's Rub on every fucking thing. Chicken, ribs, fucking pork chops, fucking spaghetti. I'll be putting that shit on everything. Bologna sandwiches, Jennifer's boobies, all kinds of shit.
Can we sell that on the website? We figured out if it's legal or not.
Let's just fucking figure out how we can do it. Let's figure out how to do it. We'll do it.
I know exactly
You're just.
what you need to do with that, by the way.
Oh well, then we'll talk to you after the show tonight. Then.
Do anything. We sell it as rub. What?
I know exactly what you need to do with everything on that.
Okay.
I've been doing because I've been researching barbecue sauces and shit, so I got everything you need to do.
Look, if we sell it as rub, that doesn't mean it goes on food, right? It could be a liniment. It could be anything. If someone decided to put it on food and got sick, that's their problem.
Right.
It's just easier. I mean, especially if it's going to be like a hot product or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just easier to do it legit.
I'm just afraid someone undercooks
Dude,
their pork
anything that anything that I fucking talk about on my YouTube channel sells like fucking hotcakes. Gunslingers, silencers, Mark's fucking towels, his fucking rub. I get no fucking respect. None.
Everything. Yeah.
You wait till you get that package I just sent you. When you open the box lid, you got a special surprise coming your way.
I hope it's a fucking dick pic. If it ain't,
I traced it.
Oh, did you? That'd be awesome, dude.
Because Mark hasn't taken one of his towels and cut it into a Mark wiener over there and used clean them with those.
Yeah. I'm like fucking sweating it. I need that fucking thing, man. I need that pump. I need it, man, because I am fucking booking like fucking crazy these houses, man. It's fucking insanity, man. I took the Seth Meyers approach, man, and now I'm scared. Elena's going to have to learn how to clean windows quickly, very fast.
I'm really interested, Seth. What's the turnaround so far with that advertising?
It hasn't even hit yet, and I'm 2 weeks out. So I'm a little nervous. I got to be honest. I took a leap that I don't know if I should have taken, but we'll see what happens, man. Yeah, man, I've been dicking around this shop just waiting for Monday to come because I'm like, oh, shit.
You're never gonna. You can't hit a home run if you don't step up to the plate. You got to swing, dog.
I saw my opportunity. I went for it. So.
Hey, we do get a law in the summer if you need help. I mean, you know what I mean?
I might ask you for some help, man. I might.
I'm telling you, we get a law.
What happened to Jamie?
I don't know. He just left. Fuck him.
He just bounced. He said, these guys.
Fuck him. We don't need him.
Are you not smoking?
What?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Which one?
You, Seth.
Oh, no, I still am, unfortunately. I still am.
Oh, I just haven't seen you light up at all.
He pre-lights them. He's got a whole pile of them already lit. He just grabs them.
They're all just here, and I'm just smoking them while they're going, so.
Hey, dude, we will advertise the smart box for you, John Sacco. You just gotta send us one for free.
Yeah.
TJ, I got to tell you though, that buying that 275-gallon tank and pre-filling it was the best thing I ever did in my life.
What?
Best thing I ever did. Making that pure water tank for my shop.
Oh, is it? You're liking
to fill that machine? It takes like 10 minutes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's nice. Makes it a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah, you can actually process water and have someone just, you can put a float valve in the top of that tank if you need more information, like a toilet. You know what a toilet float is?
Like a Hudson float valve or something like that?
Yes, that'll shut down when it gets to a certain point. You can set it and forget it, like fucking Ronco, right? Set it, forget it, and walk away. That rotisserie chicken will be done when you come home. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. I better get the first fucking set of dick wind chimes. He's never going to do those. I'm gonna make him out of fucking wood. Fuck it. Fuck Mark. He's a piece of shit.
You probably never leave the shop.
Who's wanting them before me?
Nobody, I think. I mean,
broken them.
You got me wanting them. Your fervor for dick wind chimes has got me wanting dick wind chimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I want some dick wind chimes, bro. I mean, we've been talking about it for like 2 years.
Yeah, it's only been a couple years. Like if I had window cleaning,
have you not used this machine yet?
If listen, if I add window cleaning to my services, where would I find training and an idea of pricing? I don't know.
There's training everywhere online.
Yeah, you go to YouTube. You can go to YouTube and find any kind of window cleaning knowledge. Like techniques and how-tos. And I would start out with a squeegee and a washer and do it traditionally first. And pricing's really difficult, man, because
it's all in your area.
Yeah.
Look, what? Here's the thing with the pricing. Okay.
I tried to add
when
Jamie
people
Schmidt
say,
back, but I don't know
how much do I need to charge for this? Well, that's different for everybody.
Right.
So anything you're making over and above your pressure washing is a bonus.
Yeah, but you definitely
run out every job? No.
You definitely need to do some market research.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On your market. Jamie, I'm trying to add you back, bro. So, yeah,
call a window cleaner up, have them come to your house and give you a price. Now you know the average of what that house would pay. Call 2 guys, call 3 guys. You're not going to let them do it. You're getting pricing, okay? Then watch some videos, okay? And I'm not a YouTube guy to recommend that, but it is a great idea unless you have someone to teach you. Watch some videos.
This guy decides to come back on the podcast. Like what a piece of shit Jamie Schmidt is. You're just gonna fucking leave without saying anything, motherfucker?
Yeah. Now he's not in the center square anymore.
Man.
He's down on the bottom.
Hey, it's the fiber, bro. It's not me.
So, do you make those shirts you're wearing there?
This one, yes.
I know you stole one of my customers, Louis Coatney. He used to be one of my customers. I used to do company shirts for him, but now I don't because of you fucking motherfucker, you.
No, he still deals with you. He don't do bleach-proof shirts.
Yeah, I don't do bleach-proof shirts now.
Jamie, are you one of those guys that dresses up like a NASCAR pit crew?
Yeah, he's wearing it right now.
No, man, my shit is
no, he don't have no flames and everything on. He's got American flags.
I got my logo, I got the flag, I got the breast cancer.
No, that's cool.
Hey, John Sacco, man, you're a G, dude. He's gonna donate a smart box for the wheel on the 200th episode, man. The wheel of prizes. It's gonna John Sacco, you're the fucking man, bro. Wait, TJ, call the window doctor PhD. Somebody called him. Dude, Mario is so hard on that kid, man. So hard on that kid. Jeez, man. Mark not into the YouTube but loves tube steak. Well, he likes tube steak smothered in underwear sauce. It's his favorite.
Yeah, that's what it is.
He certainly does.
Go drink another fucking Monster energy there, Jacob.
Yeah. So, Jamie, what does Jamie Schmidt do when he's not fucking Captain Pressure Washing? What do you do, man? What do you do when you're not fucking with this shit?
I'm not fucking with this shit, man. It's hanging with the family, going to the shore. Probably gonna buy another boat, be back on the boat. I sold my boat because I didn't use it.
Yeah.
And then when I sold it, I'm like,
oh shit, I wish I had my boat.
I missed the boat.
You live near the Jersey Shore?
An hour, yeah.
You ever see any of those annoying motherfuckers? Because that show was, I couldn't.
That's the best show on television. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh,
He's in New Jersey.
I enjoyed the fucking shit out of that show. It was amazing.
That show, I hate to break it to you, Mark, ended like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's how much I watch MTV or whatever it was on. When Beavis and Butthead went off MTV, I dropped MTV in the 90s.
Oh, did you, Mark?
But
you're such a rebel.
So, what are some of your hobbies, Jamie?
He just told you, motherfucker.
No, he said he hangs with the family.
Fishing. Yeah, fishing, man. Going to the shore, hanging out. That's pretty much it. I don't go out and party and shit like that, man.
What?
Yeah.
Not anymore, man. What? Wait. Except at conventions.
Yeah, okay.
We might
Let's say, well, come on.
Yeah.
Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, wait, what?
He watches that shitty ass football team, the Eagles, too.
Yes.
Hey, Jamie, I got a pressure cleaning question for you here.
Yeah, we talked about football. Okay. Mark's gonna fucking have a panic attack.
Yeah, this is a writing question. Anyway, are employees of pressure washers, are they technicians or are they employees? Because in window cleaning, we're technicians.
Yeah, a lot of technicians in our industry. Yeah.
Well, they're employees, but you know what? A lot of times people do refer like, hey, yeah, the technician should be there, between 10 and 11, so yeah.
Yeah, okay, I know your TV's getting fixed, but what about my fucking driveway?
Yeah.
M&C Power Wash. Check out my channel, this channel right here. Subscribe. There's a bunch of how-to videos. Subscribe to Outlaw Window Cleaner. There's a bunch of sweet-ass videos on there. And Steve-O will tell you everything you need to know about window cleaning as well. Go subscribe, watch those videos. You want to learn how to window clean, that's what you do. Luke the Window Cleaner, his channel, there's a bunch of information on YouTube to help you learn how to clean windows traditionally. And then maybe eventually, I would suggest getting some traditional tools, learn how to clean windows traditionally, and then go get yourself a water-fed pole if that's what you want to do, if you don't want to be on a ladder and stuff. But learn how to clean windows by hand first, and then graduate to the water-fed pole system and all that stuff. That way, you know how to clean the window, and that will give you the knowledge that you need to get the same kind of result with a water-fed pole. But if you start out with a water-fed pole, you're not going to be happy with what happens. You know what I mean? You gotta learn that the basics first, and the basics in anything, just like in carpentry, because I used to be a carpenter. You learn how to swing that hammer, and you learn how to cut things by hand, and then you graduate to the power tools. You know what I mean? The shit that makes the job easier. That way, you know what it takes to get the job done. And then you can do the shortcuts. You know what I mean? Because starting out doing shortcuts, you're not going to have a very good finished product. You know what I'm saying? That would be my suggestion, man. Fuck a technician, Jay Camaro. I'm sorry, bro. Fuck a technician. I just can't do it, bro. I will not call Elena a technician.
Dude, I got guys.
But I'm not hating on guys that do that. Because, to be quite... Listen,
high-rise guys
but to be honest, listen. Shut up, Mark. Years. Shut up! Okay, no, keep talking. I'm just kidding.
I got high-rise guys working 15 years. You can literally give them an address and a piece of rope on a job they've never done.
Right.
And you can watch them from afar. Mm-hmm. They will walk the job on the outside. Mm-hmm. They will walk in and meet the building manager and the chief engineer. Mm-hmm. They will tell them what they're there for. Mm-hmm. They will secure the roof. They will rig their shit. They will fucking advise of any stains or anything else that needs to be upsold that they encounter on the job. They will advise the building if the caulking is weak, if expansion joints are open, and they're not technicians. They're window cleaners. You know what I'm saying? That technician thing goes right up my ass. I don't know why it bothers me.
I want to be honest with you, dude. I think a lot of people use the word technician because it probably gives their guys a sense of, like they feel good about their employees probably feel good about being called a technician, and they probably think that it's in a public standpoint, telling a homeowner that your technician is on the way, kind of churches it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Look, there's nothing wrong with making yourself appear to be a little bigger than you are. Look, I took fucking jobs that I had no idea how I was going to do them because they were way over my head, both physically, mentally, and with the employees and the laborers and the experience that I had. But you put on that show, right? You put on that show. But it's just like the technician term. Okay, it's just like this. Remember, there was a guy around, a guy around that had an office manager, and then we found out that nobody reported to that person, and they were there part-time 2 days a week, right? Is that really a manager?
Well, she had one job, and that was to put toothpaste on the toothbrush. Clearly, that never got done. There's only one in my area, and I think I'm leaving money on the table. Well, I can tell you this, man. I mean, a lot of people look and see, guys cleaning windows or watch it on YouTube, and they're like, oh, man, I'm about to kill it. There's a learning curve. And to clean windows
especially
quickly.
When you go inside.
Yeah, especially when you go inside.
Listen, go on YouTube, like we said. Look up Steve-O. Look up TJ Gilbert, Squeegee. Because
he doesn't even know. It's Squeegee Life. He's been on this YouTube channel for 3 fucking years and still don't know the fuck. I gotta send this guy fucking links to his own YouTube channel. I was like, I put up this video on those 3 Boabs. He's like, oh, where is it? And I was like, on the YouTube channel. He's like, yeah, but where is it? And then like 30 minutes later, he's like, man, you got to send me a link. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
What can I say? I'm the guy that fucking you give the TV remote to, and I got the ceiling fan turning on and off.
But
listen,
The worst discussion we've ever had with Mark. He's just laying on the back couch texting.
Right? Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We're doing all this shit for the website, and
I hand it over to the wife.
We're sitting there. We're conducting fucking grown folks business, and fucking Mark's back there on the couch with a fucking push pop and a fucking a sippy cup while his wife handles business. I've never seen anything like it. He's a fucking man child.
I loved it though.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
their relationship is super cute.
He's our advisor for the show too. By the way, I mean he's our computer guru.
I have to say this,
him in charge.
TJ. The one thing that we've been friends for a long time now, but one thing that really hit home was after our trip to Tennessee. You go, you're not lying, and I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, your fucking wife does everything for you, and I'm like, really?
Well, I mean, I can't hate.
Fucking do a thing.
I can't hate Jennifer. I mean, I wouldn't be able to function without Jennifer too. But there's some things that your wife does for you that Jennifer would never do for me. She's like, dude, you're full ass grown, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's been going on so long, I just don't realize that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if you don't fuck the
she
system,
got you snake or something, or what? I mean, what'd she do for you that's different?
Okay, here we go. Here's a good question.
Oh shit.
Here's a good question. Because I missed Tim's because I was reading the chat. So did you say something? Did you ask me a question, Tim?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, what's she do different that most normal people don't have done to them?
What, Tanner's wife?
Yeah.
Like she fucking, this dude, he can't work his phone. He doesn't know how to work the internets. He don't know how to fucking, she puts out his pants for him. The whole 9 yards. This motherfucker cannot do nothing. The only thing Mark can do is clean windows, polish windows, and build shit in the garage. Outside of that, if it has anything to do with like fucking eating when you're supposed to, making a sandwich, this motherfucker can't do none of that shit.
Listen, T. But let me, in my defense, okay. And if you go way back to one of the first 5 podcasts, you can see me say this. I don't need to know how to do, or I don't know how to do a lot of things, but what I do.
Oh yeah, you're really good at it. Yeah, you're really good at it. Oh yes, you do.
Yeah.
You just can't make a fucking sandwich or like wash behind your ears. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, Blake Prince wants to know. He's been using Ederay for years, and it's obviously an opinion thing. But what is your guys' favorite go-to squeegee? Jamie, you first. You used to clean windows. What's your thing?
We use a lot of Ederays, man. I mean, I use Ederay, and I never really been when I did just windows. I was never really big on, we have to use this or have to use that.
It's just whatever works for you.
It's whatever. Yeah, whatever.
How about you, Marky?
I'm a Sorbo guy for the channel.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Unger Ninja handle. Okay, because of TJ now, I've been using the Unger Zero. Okay, with the 18-inch brass channel. Those are my go-tos, and I run them, and I love them. Anything else in my hands, you put a Mormon in my hand. I'm not saying it can't clean. I can't clean with it. So that, and obviously carbon fiber trad pole.
How about you, Tim?
Sobro 18 for commercial and Ed Super System for all residential.
All right. And you, Seth?
I'm kind of the same as Tim. It's like Sorbo with the Unger Ninja handle for commercial and Ederate Brass for everything else.
Yeah, for me, anything under 10 inches has got to be brass. I'm not a fan of the Sorbos when you get them on to cut ups and 6 inches and 10. They just don't work the same.
Yeah, I'm an Unger Ninja handle dude for my wide body channels. And my go-to is any Sorbo. I'm kind of liking the Luke the Window Cleaner channel from Zero. I like that one, but I'm really partial to the Sorbo channels. And of course, everyone knows the Unger 0 Degree with the S Plus channel. That's just my thing. I can fucking fan with a pole on like that, like a demon. So it's my thing. And Jason Lehman, I am not jealous of Mark whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. First of all, my old lady's super hot. Second of all, she fucking takes care of me really well. Third of all, I'm about a foot taller than that motherfucker. So it's all good. It's all good,
now
bro.
I don't have to defend myself. I'll just let that go. We're all good.
You guys do a lot of storm windows where you in your areas, or you
I do as many as I can. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, I probably have 300 monthly.
No. I'm sorry. Storm windows.
Oh yeah.
Storm windows.
Yeah, I do.
Storm windows.
Yeah, I do storm. I do a lot of storm. Seth just rubbed his whole face because he's like, "Fucking storm windows." He knows it's coming. He knows it's coming. I just picked up a job. I'm doing Friday, and she's like, "I want you to come out and do our windows. We have storm windows." I'm like, "All right." And I was like, well, I explained to her, she's, oh, no, we're going to take those out and put those away. We never wash those. She's like, I just squirt them off with a hose. I was like, oh, this is the fucking best thing I've ever heard in my life. They're going to take them off for me and everything. I don't have to do anything. It's the best thing ever. Fuck. But yeah, I do a lot of storm windows, man. It's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, that's why I got out of window cleaning, man. I just got tired of the storms and the fucking I don't know if you guys got weighted windows like we have back in the storehouses over here.
Oh, like you're talking about.
They will take you out.
East Coast.
They got the big weights inside the wall.
Coast.
Well, yeah, I can't remember what those are called exactly, but they suck. Like once one rope breaks, you're fucked.
I haven't used the Jason. I haven't used the Viper yet. I do have one. I just received it. I just bought one. I mean. And I just came in. I'm going to try that. I'm going to do a review on it here soon. I'm going to definitely interested in trying it out. The Sorbo's new 45-degree angle channel that he's got. Yeah. I'm interested to try that out. Everyone says it's sweet. What's up, Craig Henzel? He loves trickle tracks, he calls them. Triple tracks, trickle tracks, whatever. But storm windows... I don't like taking them apart. I mean, I charge accordingly, so they're nice jobs. They're very nice price jobs. I mean, you can make some money taking some storms apart. I think the thing I like most about doing storm windows is the before and after.
Oh, it's huge. Yeah.
There's no more gratifying window clean than a storm window clean. There's not when you put all that shit back together and it's fucking bing. There's just nothing more gratifying than that.
Shines. Like
yes.
Glass, just that wavy glass shines like it's one of the best.
The old glass with the lead in it, man. That shit has like the swirl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
dude.
The waves.
Yeah.
The waves
when you go by
them out of her house. She got new windows, and she used that shit, repurposed it for her cabinets.
Oh, sweet.
It was nice.
Bro, Pittsburgh has a whole market of antique windows. I mean, people buy old windows to put in their house. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So there's like this whole market over in Pittsburgh just in that. And Pittsburgh sucks with windows, by the way. So, if you ever want to go do suck ass windows.
Right. Mark, did you see that question in the chat there? Why would you?
I'm answering it right now.
Why don't you answer it so everybody can hear you say it instead of?
Because brass over steel. first of all, the stainless and everything that they're selling you, or the aluminum's just too flexible.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put any pressure on the glass, the ends lift, especially on something 18 inches or bigger. The stainless is generally a low quality grade of stainless, and I like brass because it's got less memory. So if you put a nice little bow to the channel, especially again when you get into the 18th, put an 1/8 inch bow across that, so it lays flat on the glass. It just seems to work better.
I agree.
You know, I mean, and that's what I learned from a 50-year-old veteran. That
Well, I can tell you that new Sorbo Slim channel, that Slim 45 that he's got, that is a real, for it being aluminum, that fucker is stiff as shit, man. That's a nice channel, man.
Yeah.
Right.
I was really surprised on how stiff it was. Because normally...
It almost looks like it's Home Depot when you look at it. You know what I mean? And then No, it came out
true professional
well.
unless you can make salt-rusted 1950s triple-track storm system look brand new. In the Rust Belt, we have seen many cut risks from improper handling of storm systems. Yeah, man. Yeah, I like I said, them motherfuckers, storm windows, that's the most gratifying. I mean, Tim, everyone does it differently. Like, Tim sees me the way I do it. He's like, dude, I could never do it like that. I fucking pull them all out, set them in the floor, and I go room by room. I just grab a whole room full of fucking storm windows, take them out to the bed of the truck, wash them, scrape them, wash them again, squeegee them, wipe them down, take them upstairs, and I always, always, always make sure that I clean the window the way I'm putting it back in. Because if you fucking wash a storm window upside down and then go stick it right side up, all that water's going to run down. You have to take all that shit apart, man.
And you got to stack. Yeah, I mean, everyone does it differently, though. I've seen one person on the internet do it the way I do it,
Right.
And everyone does it differently, man.
How do you do it, Seth?
I used to do it room by room when I did it.
That's
Yeah.
To me, I
use drop cloths.
I wouldn't, like Seth does.
It stays right there.
Right, like Seth does. You and they stay right. I just, that makes me nervous as fuck. I don't know why.
It's the way I learned, and I've been doing it that way for like 18 years.
Right.
I've never dropped a storm. It's usually two guys, and we'll all go in. We'll pull everything, put it right in front. One guy does the storm, one guy does the panes. We both go outside, clean it, and then at the end we put the storms in to make sure everything's dried.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You put it in like you're saying, so that way you get drips, runs, you can see whatever you fucked up.
Yeah.
And then both sides of the glass are clean.
Yeah, it's probably nothing worse than assembling
and then being fucked. Oh, that's a
your thumbs are all crusted from the day and they kill.
Yeah, it's a fucking heartbreaker when you put one of them bitches back together and then you look and you're like, oh fuck, I gotta take that all back apart again.
Yeah, it's like the last. Right. That's why we call them summer palms around here, because all summer when you're doing storm windows, you just slam on the side of the window to get it open because it hasn't been opened in 20 fucking years. Yeah. You just fucking it's a pain in the ass.
Your fucking thumbs and your forefinger are like fucking raw hamburger meat,
smushed in like powder coat.
Yeah, dude.
That's what they feel like when you're done with it. It sucks.
It's the fucking worst, man. What's Steve-O's gonna try? Oh, steel wool.
Yeah, I take steel wool to my brass channels, wet the steel wool.
Yeah, it's actually,
and
it works
all
real
that
good.
Black nasty stuff comes out. You know what happens? Because all of us have a little bit of OCD in them. I showed that to my buddy Gary, and he's like, you motherfucker. And I'm like, what? He goes, every day I'm sitting there polishing my brass and everything. I go, yeah. He goes, as soon as it starts to get discolored, it pisses me off. I go, you know
Not
what?
me. I like that brass channel and handle I use. I like the fact that it's fucking all funky looking.
Beat the shit. Yeah.
Mark hates the fact that my squeegee handles are loose. He's like, how do you work with this fucking thing?
Oh, God. Yeah,
it's so funny because everyone's just so different with how they put shit away. Like I've been in TJ's truck. And
my God.
Fuck you guys, man.
It looks like a swap shop exploded.
Yeah,
in the
boom. I'm not an organized person at all.
Handles are sloppier than a $12 whore.
I need to work on that.
My shit has to be in the same position every single day of my life or I get lost.
Really?
I'm just done. Like the poles have to be in the same position. The ladder everything has to be.
What I need to do is I need to learn. I'm one guy. I don't need 4 different poles in my truck. 4 different water. I have 4 water-fed poles in my fucking toolbox. I got 70 fucking squeegees. I don't need all that. I need to. That's my problem. Is I'm like, man, I might need that, and then I never need that motherfucker. I never need it.
Right.
I never
Ron
need it.
does the same thing. My buddy Ron, he takes the whole shit,
yeah, me too, dude. That's why my shit looks the way it does. Everybody's like, man, the better your truck is so full of shit. I was like, because it ain't gonna fit nowhere else. I got everything else. It's full. I have all my shit. Well, Mark, you seen that? I opened my toolbox and he's like, dude, why do you have all those poles in there? I didn't. I had like the whole bottom of the toolbox is full of water-fed poles.
Yeah, I thought I had a flashback when I went to visit the guys at WCR in the stock room. Everywhere you look, you know. I used to have a guy that worked for me, and the old guy, and he used to take, and I'd be like, hey, my squeegee's not working right. You know, it's 22 or an 18. And he was just so good at it. He would take the handle off and he'd put the tailgate of his bed down. You know, it has the plastic bed liner that wraps over the edge. And then he would lay it on the edge and he would just roll it back and forth, putting small amount of pressure on it. He'd get that little bow, like when you walk next to a shopping cart and your channel gets hung up in it, you know. He'd get all the bows out of it and then he'd put a nice little crown to it, and nothing would clean better than that. And like once a month I'd go, hey, John, fix my channel. And he'd just shake his head. And like an artist would work on that, you know.
See, I agree, Tyler. Better to have it and not need it. That's why I'm always thinking, man, I might need that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I might need that. I have a hard time throwing shit away too, man. I'm not like crazy with it, but like boxes, Jennifer, you know, you guys have seen Jennifer yell at me about the boxes on here before. You know what I mean? But now Jennifer's got a bunch of boxes. I should take a picture and post it on the fucking podcast page because she's got a bunch of boxes now.
Stim, you still keep all those used squeegee rubbers laying around?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've started throwing them away.
There you go.
You never know
rubber laying around a paper road.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got a question
you
for
save
you.
it for your 6 inches, then 6 inches, and then I just started buying the 6 inches, so I don't actually need them, but it's just habit to save them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, what were you gonna say,
That's
Seth?
right. No, I was just to ask Jamie if there's like anything new this year in the pressure washing industry you're like excited about. If there's any new chemicals, anything like that like you're into right now.
No, man, I'm simple. I keep my shit simple.
Easy.
I'm not into all the crazy shit. You know, simple is better. You know, I'm not in like all the bells and the whistles and this and that. It's just like,
Yeah, the more fancy, the more easy for shit to get fucked up and not work.
Jamie, what's your favorite pump and motor? Kohler,
Ooh,
Honda?
yeah, that's a good question.
Kohlers. I run Kohlers. I like Kohlers. I think Kohlers are really good motors, man.
I agree.
Honda's are good motors too, but Kohlers just seem to be, you know.
Kohlers are gangster, man.
And make it some big like 32 horsepower thing. Starts up with like, holy shit, that thing is a monster. My buddy bought one. 30-something horsepower. Things look like a Toyota motor.
Yeah, my cousin is a bad boy lawnmower dealer, and that is probably his best selling. I mean, they come with Kawasaki motors and Kohlers, and everyone always switches to the Kohlers.
Let me ask you something, Jamie. Then I've seen, and it's definitely attracting me because people that know engines know that the biggest problem you're going to have with most of these small engines is fuel related. With all the ethanol and all the bullshit that's in our fuel nowadays, okay? And, I mean, we have places here that sell Rec 90, you know, non-ethanol, but it's expensive. So my question to you would be, what's your opinion, and are the other manufacturers, because I know Honda now has that fuel-injected V-twin, but I think it's like $4,000 for the motor alone, right?
No, I don't think it's $4,000. They did come out with a new motor. I haven't even tried yet though, but I've had no problems with my motors with the gas. I mean, we put an additive every once in a while. We'll put the additive in there. Yeah, but not all the time. You know, every once in a while.
Well, see, I've had more prevalent issues because I don't pressure wash every day or even every month.
It sits a long time.
Yeah, and even if you run the fuel out of it, you know, unless you put I like seafoam, but if you put a stable type product in there, but if you've ever taken a carburetor apart that sat with ethanol gas, you don't know what you're looking at.
It's a fucking shit show.
Yeah, it's not even worth rebuilding these carburetors. Just put a brand new one on.
I mean, my cousin is also an authorized still dealer, and you know, he's got the guy on staff there that, you know, Bartley, that takes care of the still products, you know, rebuilding stuff. They still even sells their own cans of gas now. You know what I mean? So, you know, because that shit will fucking
engineered fuel.
Oh, it
Well,
will fuck shit up, that
I use
ethanol.
my weed eaters and stuff, but if I was a lawn service, I couldn't afford engineered fuel.
Right.
It's $6 a pint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you were gonna, you know, fill a twin pressure washer with engineered fuel, your prices are going to be up
through the roof.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. Jamie, someone had a question here. Hey Jamie, should I use RV antifreeze or windshield washer fluid on my pressure washing pump?
Yeah, you know, that's your choice, man. They both work well. I use RV antifreeze. It works well for me. Some guys love using windshield wiper fluid. I mean, and then some guys say windshield wiper fluid is no good. So
as long as you're using the right fucking kind, you got to use a really strong one. You know what I mean? You gotta...
This question comes up in window cleaning all the time, especially when it comes to pure water. But so, Jamie, what is the coldest you can pressure wash in?
We wash pretty much right at freezing.
Really? And the water doesn't freeze to the sidewalks and everything?
No, well, there's guys. Look, now there are guys that do wash and put salt down after they clean on commercial properties.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them. You know, but we'll wash, you know, right to that above freezing point, and we're good to go.
I mean, you certainly wouldn't want to pressure wash the front of a grocery store at, you know, 6 o'clock in the morning. They open at 7, and then there's an ice patch or something, and someone eats shit.
Right.
You know.
Well, that also comes down to the rinse and shit. Make sure you get everything. There's no standing water. You know what I mean? So,
Jamie, did you jump on the COVID bandwagon, sterilizing shopping carts and everything like some people did?
I did not, but I did. And that's what caused a lot of issues with my one of my competitors. You know, you asked me about it earlier, but I have a problem with. But I didn't jump on the bandwagon. But what I did do in the PWMCA is when it first happened and shit got shut down, right? We had members that were saying, "Hey, man, I'm in Pennsylvania, and we can't go out and wash. Like, what are we going to do? How are we going to feed our kids, right?" So Gene O'Neill, which is my director of education, said, I can put together a sanitation certification for these guys, class. And it wasn't really to be like, oh, I'm sanitized, certified, all that shit.
It was COVID authorized.
It was really so if this guy's out pressure washing some shit and a cop stops him, we're not supposed to be out, right?
Yeah.
He could say like, hey man, you know, I'm sanitizing, I'm certified, and you know maybe that cop would be like, oh, you know, it's.
Well, not only that, but if you're going, at least the guys will be learning the proper way to do things. So, you know what I mean? That way, if they're saying, hey, they're actually fucking, you know, they know how to do shit the right way. So if they are drawn to, if their feet are held to the fire, at least, you know what I mean? They've got some trainings. That's smart, man. Instead of just making claims that you have no fucking basis on, you know?
Yep. All that shit, they were like, you know, oh, let us come wash your house because when we wash it, we're sanitizing too, and all this bullshit. That was just all like, I didn't agree with any of that shit. That's why I never used those tactics. I think that was just ridiculous, man. Honestly, you know, we're washing your house with bleach, so it's, you know, your house is sanitized now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's no way to prove what's going on there.
No, there's not.
Ron Bill would like to know, what can I use to tackle caked on calcium deposits on exterior windows? Thanks, T. So, Mark, go ahead.
First thing I would do is take a scraper to it, knock it down as close to the glass as you can, see what you got left, and then go over it with some 4/0 steel wool. Beyond that, I wouldn't recommend any chemicals. If it's still there, when that process is done, you're going to go into a polishing process.
The first thing you should do, in my opinion, is get the window nice and wet. Then scrape it. We gotta make sure we're fucking. Look what I got me. That's what I would. Mark. That's a really good. That you're not gonna get better advice than that from Mark. I mean, that, you know, a lot of guys want to shy away from blade and glass, but as long as your window is wet, you're fucking scraping in one direction, not dragging the fucking scraper back down.
Back up the truck for a minute. Remember, you're scraping something that's trashed already.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You're scraping something that's trashed. Like when I started doing glass restoration, it was very intimidating to take an abrasive wheel to a $15,000 window or
Yeah.
$10,000 or even someone's table.
Yeah.
Someone's table that they've had in their family.
Well,
for 10
you knew
years,
how
okay?
nervous I was when I polished that glass out in front of that fucking factory. You're like, man,
Exactly.
just take your time. I'm like, dude, I'm so fucking nervous.
Yeah. So it can be intimidating, but you have to get this in your head and also in the head of your customers. And also would relate over to pressure washing is this. You call me to fix a problem. So there's a huge issue. Now, with glass, you immediately tell them, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sample a couple processes to see what works the best and yield the best results. And at that point, I can give you a price. But understand, anything I do to this glass is certainly not going to make it worse than it is.
Yeah.
Right? So it might not be anything I could do for it. Okay? Especially if you're just learning. There might not be anything you could do for it. But if you're willing to let me try, we're going to try to make it better or acceptable or as good as new. And then the price comes after that. As long as you put the liability back on them by saying it's not acceptable the way it is right now. It's like if I look at
I'm not going to make this any worse.
Yeah, brand new glass that's scratched, okay? It's never going to be brand new again. It's going to be repaired glass. Is it going to be perfect? Well, that's my goal, is to make it as perfect as I can for you, okay? To the average person that never knew there was an issue there, they're never going to know. However, anything I do to this isn't going to make it any worse, because right now you have an option. Give me a try or replace it. That's it. Give someone a try or replace it. So once you get that mindset, you can attack the issue.
Jay, we talk shit about technicians because it's funny to us.
Yeah, it is.
And
I don't mean
presenting certificates to cops. I mean, you're such a fucking idiot. It drives me so fucking crazy how fucking stupid you are. That's not even the same fucking thing. What are you talking about? We're talking about training for something specific. Like that there's a liability. Like there's a fucking liability issue there. If you say, oh, I'm going to sanitize this, and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're not doing it right.
Someone gets sick.
And someone gets sick, you're a fucking asshole. Selling some dude, my technician's on the way, is not a fucking liability issue. It's just a fucking preferred thing to say. You fucking retard. God, go get your fucking haircut, you fucking idiot. No
Jamie,
acid.
There's a question for Jamie here from Jason Lehman. How do you like the Vic tip? Do you use the Vic tip?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. I do like the Vic tip. It's another tool that has its place. It's not something I would use every day, obviously.
No.
I've used it from doing some hotels. It's, everybody loves soft washing, man. We all talk about soft washing, our booster pumps, and there's some times, man, when you need some light pressure on some areas.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I've used the Vic tip for that. Worked really well. I've used it to soft wash some higher spots. So yeah, it's an awesome little tool.
My opinion is this: 3 stories and down, and no one's around, and the wind's not strong. It's a safe bet. We did a hospital that was 10 stories on top of a parking garage. I bought the Vic tip for that exact job. Okay, so I went up to the top of the parking garage, and there were these bands on the north side of the hospital that were green. And I hit the first 3 bands, and it looked beautiful. And then I told my guys, why don't you just take the top of this pole with the Vic tip in it, drop down, and rinse the bands. And they go, that shit is in the air too long, because we're on the roof and we're smelling it. So guess what? We're going old school. And like Jamie said, we're going to put pressure on this. And now keep in mind, in Florida, I don't know how it is where you are, we have a lot of construction that's called drive-it, which is styrofoam and stucco.
Yep, that's right.
Right. So you can't be putting pressure on that, depending on how well it's made. Sometimes, like if we have to run ropes across it, we've got to put boards and support so the rope doesn't cut into it. That EFIS, because if you break that costs a lot more than you're making on your window cleaning or pressure washing. But my guys were like, no, we're gonna pre-treat it from the roof down, and they actually had the pole extended out 30 feet. And they just walk along, and they were spraying the ledges, and then they went there and did a gentle rinse, like 1,000, put a big giant tip in a 4.5 gallon minute machine. Yep. Why don't you have more pressure? Because the guy's on a rope, 10 stories in the air, holding a pressure cleaning gun. Okay, so we're gonna put a 10, 12 gallon a minute white tip in a 4,000 psi 4.5 gallon a minute machine. That's going to drop the pressure way down. It's going to spike when he pulls the trigger, and it's comfortable for him to sit there and just gently, and it's just flooding it with water. And it looked beautiful when we're done.
Everything Mark does is great.
No, it's brilliant.
Oh, brilliant.
Get it right.
Sorry.
Yeah. So all these chemicals, I have a question. Are most of these chemicals manufactured at the same laboratory or the same chemical foundation, and they just put a different color additive to it? You know, I mean, I know it all works on a pH scale, right?
Yep.
But like, I had these generator enclosures, big aluminum generator enclosures. I mean, these are generators that ran a 20-story building, 2 of them. And they started getting that environmental shit where the black is streaking down the sides. So I'm like, they're like, what can we do to clean that up? So I tried, of course, the simplest, most easiest to get and most least destructive, in my opinion, which was Simple Green. Simple Green wouldn't touch it. Then I moved up to purple stuff, which will eat your fucking hands up or trashes aluminum, okay? And anything that you could buy locally. Well, then I put out some feelers on the pressure cleaning page, and someone turned me on to Dragon Juice. Now that shit can be volatile too, but I found that it did a beautiful job on the environmental. We actually just put it on with a strip washer, scrubbed it in, and rinsed it. We didn't want to put any pressure and stripe these generator housings up. Now, I will say it kind of left them with a little bit less of a shine. It matted down the white powder coat, or however they're painted, maybe electrostatic paint. And it left a little bit of a less sheen to them, but they looked very nice. But then I found that same chemical didn't do as well as I had expected on a drive-through on grease on the ground. So where is the line? And I mean, I know there's the cookbook out there and everybody goes to all these different products, but if you're not a scientist buying everything, what is the go-to for simple degreasing?
Yeah, well, I mean, simple degrease. I mean, I know there's stuff that's caustic. You know, if you're using something, you need some really heavy duty stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff that's not caustic. It's a little simpler. You know, I know Gold Assassin is doing really well on heavy stuff, like, you know, heavy run restaurant grease and stuff like that. They're having really good luck with. I know guys that are raving about that. I'm a little bit lucky where I have a chemical manufacturer 3 miles from me, so I can pretty much get anything that I need from them.
Let me ask you a question, because I've seen guys show the results. And I don't know what they used, but I've tried to clean around a restaurant grease trap, you know, where they dump the used cooking oil. And that is the nastiest, stickiest, smelliest shit. I tried hot water, and it only moves a little bit, and then it sticks back down immediately. And then you push it toward the storm drain, and it sticks back down. So my question to you is, I've seen guys do brilliant jobs with those grease containments. What would be the go-to on something like that?
Probably Gold Assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Gold. I would say Gold Assassin right now is most likely.
That stuff must be freaking toxic as hell. It must be.
It's caustic. Yeah, it's caustic, man. Jacob Dell. If you get with Jacob, he can answer any questions on it. He knows it in and out.
We can't get that that fuck shit back on the podcast. No, he's a piece of shit, that guy.
So I would assume that with those chemicals, it's safe to say proper PPE, correct?
Yes. And knowing what you're doing. I mean.
Yeah.
Because that's
there's
shit
more to it than taking a pump sprayer full of shit and spraying it on the ground.
Well, yeah, right? I can show you 7-Eleven when I leave here. That's like their doors and all their framing around the doors.
Yeah.
Is just destroyed from the pressure washer.
Oh yeah, I've seen that on glass. They blow it up on the glass.
Yeah. Yep. So.
Property protection is huge in pressure washing.
Oh yeah.
Making sure you know taking your precautions. Especially when you're using like a degreaser or something like that. Like you got to be careful.
Or fucking melting down an outlet, or fucking killing somebody's fucking Japanese maple. You know what I mean? You gotta fucking. There's a lot of precautionary measures that got to go on there.
Go ahead.
I'm serious when I'm telling you. I have a lab right here. So see, you see that degreaser?
Yeah. Yep.
So. And that's not because I don't like the other stuff. It's, dude, hey, when you have a chemical manufacturer, 2 miles from you that specializes in that stuff,
right.
It's like, you got to utilize them, man.
Right, of course.
That's another piece of advice that any of us can give to the pressure cleaning world out there, or guys getting into it, is you've got to remember that everything you're pushing around on that ground that you sprayed, okay, could be dangerous somewhere, whether it's to the plants or to the building. I had a job on the island of Palm Beach I got called into, and there were little white spots everywhere on the glass and on the frames. Okay, and these were French windows, and it was the lower the lower the windows were to the ground, the worse it was, and then there was spots up as high as 4 and 5 feet. So I show up there, and there's the installer, and then there's a painter, and then there's the pressure cleaning guy, and me. And I walked right up, and I go, okay. The first thing I notice is they had, I don't know if you have it up there, it's called coquina stone. It looks like coral rock. It's a manufactured stone that's very soft. You can't put a lot of pressure on it, but it has a lot of little holes in it. It looks like when they take they take salt and throw it in concrete and makes those pit marks in it. Okay, but it's an engineered to look like coral rock. Well, the first thing I noticed was the patio was so bright I had to put my sunglasses on. I'm like, okay, let me ask this. Who cleaned this coquina stone? That guy raises his hand. I go, did you do an acid wash? And he goes, yeah. And I go, there's your problem right there. I hate to throw you under the bus, but you blew that shit. Look at the paint. The powder coat on the frames, or electrostatic, again, whatever it was a green, and it had spots everywhere. But they go, oh, if you rub your finger on it, it comes away. I go, and as soon as the oil from your fingers dries away,
it comes back.
It's coming back.
Yes.
Because you damaged that. So long story short, we had to polish every window at the house. They repainted the frames, and lucky the homeowner didn't hold him liable for it, because it was probably $20,000 worth of work just to clean the patio. And I'm like, look, here's the thing, dude. Have a guy with a garden hose spraying the windows and frames when you're pouring that shit on the ground and when you're pressure cleaning it. And when you're pressure cleaning it, work away from the windows, the foliage, the paint, and keep that shit wet all the time.
Right. You know, someone said something mentioning up here when we were talking about, taking shit off of glass. He asked, he said no acid with a question mark. Man, I wouldn't, man. No. I know there's a lot of guys that like to acid wash glass and it works and whatever, but whew, man, that's just so fucking. Oh my lord!
It doesn't work and things go bad.
It goes super bad. Yeah.
My thing is, why not learn a process that works everywhere, every time, and yields better results than any acid, versus rolling the dice? And I'll tell you from experience. Well,
you gotta get that. You gotta be able to fucking teach that people shit and sell them the shit. Quit fucking talking shit, motherfucker.
Well, I can tell you this.
Dick Windchums, bitch.
When I was early on in my window cleaning career, my father picked up a group of furniture stores, and on the roof of one of the furniture stores was a skylight. The skylight had what I now know as a pyrolytic coating on it. Now, a pyrolytic coating is generally on the interior of a surface, but it's a liquid metal that they put on the glass in the manufacturing. So you could take a razor to it and you might scratch it, but you're not taking it off. You can take a polish to it, you're not taking it off. You can burn through it, but you're not taking it off. The color of that glass, it's the most reflective surface glass can have, even more reflective than tint, right? So we went on the roof of this building to do a sample on cleaning up the skylight, and I took crystal clear 550, and this is where I always say, they tell you, use it in an inconspicuous place. Well, I need to know where the fucking inconspicuous place is where no one's going to see. Behind the bushes, there's no fucking bushes on the roof of this
relax,
building, okay? Dude. So I take the tip of my washer, I put it in the crystal clear, and I rub it in the corner of the skylight, and all of a sudden I'm looking inside the store in the corner. And I'm like, oh shit, what just happened here? It almost looked like it turned black. When you walked into the store, blue sky in the corner, because I took the coating off.
Oh,
that was an expensive lesson on a skylight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fortunately, we found a tint guy that put 3 layers of silver reflective film on it, and you could still see the difference. They accepted it, because to pull a window out of a skylight would have been $10,000-$15,000.
Right, and they could have been pricks about that. Definitely.
So
some lessons need to be learned the hard way, but man, if you can avoid it, man, why not just avoid it? You know what I mean? That shit, who wants to pay?
Exactly.
I hate doing jobs for free, right? It's the worst thing in the world. The last time I did a job for free was like 3 years ago. I was doing a storm window job, and her storm windows were they weren't triple tracks. They were just one big piece of glass. You know what I mean? And I was going through the whole house, did the whole thing. Everything went great. And I was putting in the second to last big piece of glass in. And I put it up in the frame, pulled it in. And when I pulled it in, the fucking plastic fucking hook on the bottom snapped. Dropped. Whoosh, broke it. Fucking cost me fucking $300.
Yeah.
And let me I made like no money on that job at all.
Was that upstairs in the house or downstairs?
It was downstairs.
Okay, it was downstairs. Okay,
Bro.
but that walk with that broken window or the explanation is like death row.
She was standing right there when it happened.
Oh, man.
I just turned around and looked at her. She was like, "Oh, Terry," and I've been doing her windows for years. She's like, "Out of all I was like, "I know, man. All these years doing these, and that's." Fuck, you know what I mean? She was cool about it, though. I called the glass guys here in Sandusky, took the fucker down there, had it fucking, they cut the glass, put it all back together, drove back, cleaned it, stuck it in for it, boom. Cost me a couple hours in my time, and cost me $300.
Yeah.
Expensive lessons.
Bro, I ripped the same Anderson screen 3 years in a row.
Are you serious?
Same window. Yes. It cost me $87 to replace it every time. Finally, I just gave up and I let the desk win and I moved the fucking desk.
Right.
So, Jamie, you have guys working for you or work by yourself? What's your deal?
No, I have guys working for me. I don't watch that much anymore. I still do because I enjoy it. I really do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I assume when you guys get to a property, the first thing they do is what everybody forgets to do, and even me after all these years, if I'm going to do a house, walk around and look for broken windows, broken sprinklers, broken anything that they can pin on you, because there's always that homeowner out there and goes, that wasn't broken before you got here.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's why we just started using company cam for our pictures, which is freaking just it's amazing.
What is that? An app? An app?
Yeah, it's an app, man. It's like when they take pictures, it automatically comes. Bam! It's here. You take the picture now. They take the picture there. I can see it right here, and they can write on it. They can type on it.
Cool.
So it's pretty legit. But yeah, that's kind of our.
So do you have like a policy to like the guys go walk the property, make sure everything's not fucked up before they get started?
Yep.
See, I'm the same way. I've always done that.
And this is good, especially for the new guys, man. If you guys are getting into the even window cleaning and shit, 'cause you guys are outside doing stuff, but especially pressure washing. People don't, and it's not like they're trying to scam you and say, "Oh, you fucking broke my shit."
Right.
They don't look at their house.
Yeah, they don't know. Yeah.
When you wash it, they're looking outside. They're looking at everything, and they're like, "Damn, man, you broke my siding right there."
Yep.
So that's why it's really important to document that stuff.
I always, without question, before I start any fucking thing, I walk that bitch to make sure there ain't nothing fucked up before I get going. Because if there's a scratch, there's something fucked up, and I'm like, listen, this is fucked up. I want you to know before. You know what I mean? Or if they're not home, I take a picture and send that shit to them. Like, before I get started, this is fucked up. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And always tell them about broken seals or else you're going back for dirty glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck screen repair, Ron Bill. Oh my God. One of the worst things I ever fucking advertised in my whole life. I don't know why I keep putting it on my card. I fucking hate replacing screens. I hate it. But I do it. It's nice money.
I do too.
It's nice money. I go to Home Depot's fucking website. I order a wide roll and a short roll, a standard roll, a fucking screen every year, a couple 100 yards of a piece of both. You know, I usually go through. I still have my large roll from last year, but I went through 3 rolls of regular last year. So I was repairing screens like a motherfucker. I was hating life.
Good money, but it sucks.
Yeah, just time consuming. I've been doing a lot of customers. This is what I've been doing is I've been going and picking up the screens and taking them home. You know what I mean? Got my screen table in the shop. Get a couple beers, turn the radio on. I might smoke a left-handed cigarette and fucking just sit there and jam out and fucking do screens. That's my favorite way to do it. But occasionally they're like, I don't want you taking my screens. Can you do it here? I'm like, yeah, sure. It'll be a pain in the ass. I'll lay on the ground all fucking day, you cunt.
Yeah, I've taken people's And anyone who's interested in doing glass restoration, there's no money in tabletops because tabletops are generally scratched the fuck everywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Very rarely does someone call you when, grandma dropped her fucking dinner knife on it and scratched the corner. They wait until all the grandkids have fucking cut their meat on the table.
If you think about it, let's be honest. If someone's calling you about a scratch on a glass table, it's probably a really expensive glass table. You know what I mean?
A lot of times, but honestly, I've had several times, because I do believe there's not a lot of money in it because of the amount of work it takes, that I just refer it out and go, look, it's going to cost you $150 to fix that. For $200, I get you a brand new tabletop. How about that?
Right.
That's it, delivered, done. They'll put it on for you. Really?
Right.
You could get it that cheap? This table costs $1,100. That glass, I get you cheap. Don't worry about it. I make a phone call. I don't get nothing on it. I walk away, because if I can't take it with me,
Right.
I'll wrap it up in a moving blanket, one of them Harbor Freight moving blankets, stick it behind my seat, and bring it home and do it at my leisure versus them over my shoulder. That's what I don't like about residential services at all. I hate that person that follows you around. I can't stand that. What about this? You missed that. I'm not done yet. You know what I'm saying?
So, we're about 30 minutes out from this being over, and before there's a couple of things I want to cover before we close the show out here with Jamie. Can you tell us a little bit about the PWMCA and why it's badass?
It's badass, man. We're just a brotherhood, man. We're not, and that's kind of, guys don't get it. They're like, oh, there's another association and all that, but that's not really. We're a brotherhood, and I try my hardest, man, to bring value to our members, honestly. So we, 2 weeks ago, we had Marco. I don't know if you guys know Marco Ramondo from out of Texas. He's out of Texas.
Name sounds
he owns
super
R
familiar.
Walkers.
Okay.
He's really big into LinkedIn. He's built a commercial company really big on LinkedIn. So
okay.
He came into the Zoom training with our members only. Next week I got Pat Clark coming on talking about employees, how to hire, how to retain employees. So I try to really just ask them what they need and then try to go out and find, because I'm not everybody's like thinks you're like everybody's a guru, like you freaking know everything. Like, dude, we don't know everything. Nobody knows everything.
Right.
I mean, but I know who knows. Like, so if you ask me something, I don't know it, but I know, I have a network that I know who knows. So that's kind of, that's what we are, man. We're just a brotherhood trying to help each other succeed. And it's not no magic, unicorn dust that, hey, you join our association, your company's going to the next level tomorrow.
Jimmy, are there any pressure washing franchises like we have Fish Window Cleaning, Window Gang, Squeegee Squad?
Yeah,
This motherfucker
I've
always
seen a
asks the
couple.
dumbest questions. Keep going.
Yeah, that's a stupid question.
Florida, I think, called Bubbles or some shit like that.
Magic Bubbles?
Magic Bubbles,
Okay.
yes.
They started here. They started here in Florida. That guy, let me tell you a story that he started as a car wash detailer in one of the buildings that I clean. Okay? And he had a small trailer that he parked in the parking garage, and he was washing cars for the executives in the building. Okay? Then all of a sudden, I saw no trailer. And I'm like, what happened to Magic Bubbles, dude? He left the detailing. He didn't, with his insurance that he had to have to be here. He went out and did the pressure cleaning route. Next thing I know, he's got about 10 cab over trucks. He's the one that I said 4 machines across the back and more diamond plate than a fire engine. Magic Bubbles. That guy is blowing up. I mean, he's got long cab over trucks, 4-door cab over trucks, aluminum beds, 500 gallons of water, 300 gallons of chem. I mean, air pump systems, 4 machines. I'm like, that's got to be $100,000 rig, right?
Yep.
Who's that company that Josh competes with? That PPW or whatever? Aren't they pretty big?
Yeah, PPW or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Precision Pro Wash?
So that's about all I can.
No.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't think that's what it is.
Maybe.
Because you got Pat Clark that has precision, and that's whose hat this is actually.
No,
I
don't think so. Is it in our area? PPW?
No,
Ohio?
Yeah, it's in Ohio. I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is, Tim. But yeah, they're a big company. I think that
Oh, you're talking about the
They're down
place
here,
that
too.
tries to subcontract everybody. I think who you're talking about.
that might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Josh would be able to tell you for sure. I actually have another question again about the fucking PWMCA, please. I don't want to talk about fucking shiny bubbles fucking rigs. I'm trying to talk about your shit here. Apparently some people don't pay a fucking attention. But anyways, unless Mark, you want to ask him why the fucking sky is blue.
Jamie,
Yes.
is the sky blue where you are?
Not right now.
Okay.
I swear to God, I want to punch Mark. I swear.
You can't. You would not. That would be a big mistake.
Yeah,
But go ahead.
because I like you.
Yeah, that, and it would probably hurt pretty bad.
He's the right size to hit you in the balls too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that too.
yeah.
That too.
So
I'm not saying I could beat anyone up, but I'll fucking hurt you.
right. So, Jamie, what does it cost to become a member of the PWMCA? What is that? What kind of chunk of change are we looking at?
$289.
$289.
Yeah, and then we give back $250 in gift cards immediately, and then we
Nice.
free trainings and like those the stuff
So-
we're doing. Like I said, man, it's priceless.
What I'm thinking about doing is for our 200th episode, I'm thinking about buying someone a year's membership to the PWMCA. Can I do that?
We'll just give you one.
Oh, to one lucky,
we do it
to
all
one
the
lucky. Because I'm actually
all the time.
I'm actually thinking about joining myself. You know what I mean? Because I'm
very
really
generous.
interested. I'm interested in the classes and stuff. I'm really interested. I'm just interested in that kind of thing. So,
Yeah,
but
we
yeah,
can
dude,
try
that would be
to,
great. I mean, I have no problem. The $300. I mean, fuck.
Absolutely.
Oh, that'd
man.
be great, man. That'd be great. That'd be great. That'll save me $300, and I won't have to spend $600.
There you go.
That's cool,
Yeah,
man.
no, it's just, like I said, man. There is no magic potion, like no magic unicorn we're selling, dude. We don't give out
Just-
fake numbers and say, we have like 100 and some members, so I'm not trying to grow fast. You probably can't even go on Facebook and see me actually trying to actually grow the PWMCA, because it's not really about just trying to get a whole bunch of members. It's just trying to
Let
get,
it grow organically, and it's going to be a stronger
and I
foundation.
want to make sure they have value, man. Because if you don't provide value to your members, then what's the sense of even having it? You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
But we just had I don't know if you guys know David Flipping. You guys see David Flipping around?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome dude, and he just became a director. He just came on. He took a position. Awesome dude. And that's what I'm looking for, man. The guys to start helping these other guys because guys need help, man. They need help. There's no reason the guys have to struggle in this industry. If they're in the cleaning industry, they should be flourishing, man. They really should be. I mean,
Right. Well, it sounds to me like the PWMCA. I mean, from what I understand, and what I've been told from Lewis, and stuff like that, and what I've seen some of the things that you've done. It really seems like you're not really selling somebody a magic potion, but you're giving them information, and information is key. Knowledge is power. In any form, in anything that you do, you know what I mean. Like just spending the short amount of time that I spent with Mark polishing glass, that experience, learning from someone that knows what they're doing, is invaluable. I mean, you know what I mean. It's just so that's key with any of these organizations is that there's knowledge there, there's actual substance.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Instead
I
of
think
some
that-
guy coming to your fucking house, living in your
Yeah.
fucking bathroom, washing his fucking shirt in your fucking toilet, fucking
Yeah.
drinking fucking gas station booze, fucking wearing fedoras and shit like that, and then selling all your fucking equipment before he leaves town. Fucking piece of shit ass dude.
But you know what, though? If you think about it, it really makes a lot of sense. Because the biggest thing I see on window cleaning and pressure washing pages is someone will ask a question. Now, there might be 100 responses, okay? 75 of those 100 responses are just trashing on the guy, okay? And the other 25 might have some valuable information, okay? And because a lot of people believe that, well, that's what this is here for me to extract information out of you. But if you join something like the PWMCA, that information is yours.
Yeah.
When you join the group.
Yeah.
The classes are there.
Right.
The staff is there, and the experience is there, and the knowledge is there. So you have opportunity to extract that without getting bludgeoned on Facebook.
Did you guys see?
I get bludged on Facebook.
Did you guys see fucking Eddie's post the other day about wallet recommendations? Because he can't fold his wallet because how much money he's got. Dude, That dude he needs to teach a master class in fucking trolling. That dude is so good at trolling, man. So good at trolling.
Yeah.
So, hey, speaking of, have you seen what Hardy's up to?
No.
I'm
So
blocked.
it's Opinionated Fedora is his name, group name or something, whatever, or his page name. So here's his last two posts. So in search of best spot to get a metal carport from for the Chevy Harley. And then in search of what is a good, inexpensive, and easy to use program for designing PowerPoints. So he's coming back, boys.
Ooh, coming back with the vengeance.
He's gonna do a PowerPoint.
Yeah.
It's called
And then
PowerPoint keynote.
He needs to do
Yeah.
He needs to fucking do a PowerPoint on them fucking Teefses.
I was gonna say he needs to go to
his
dentist first.
eBay shop seems to be going strong, so
Dumbass dude.
make sure you're trolling Circle H Thrift Shop on eBay.
Ah,
H Thrift Shop.
yeah. Circle H Thrift Shop. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah. Big Joe's used house of shit.
Yeah. Dude, I lost all respect for that dude when he sent that. He had put that picture up on Facebook, and they was all sitting in the living room, and there was a bug zapper inside the motherfucking house. It was inside the house. This motherfucker had a motherfucking bug zapper hanging over the couch inside the house. He's like, I don't know why that girl left. It's probably because you had a bug zapper inside the motherfucking house. No. Uh-oh, hey. Tim just got in trouble.
Loud Timothy.
So do you have any events or anything coming up that anyone in your area might be wanting to go see or do or whatever, Jamie?
This Friday and Saturday, man, but it's kind of like we're kind of got so many people right now. I have going to be over 100 people in my shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
You're going to be busting all the COVID rules, dude. You're in trouble, bro.
Man, we got it. We're setting up for we're doing protocol.
You
man.
got to nowadays, man. Yeah. You got to, man.
Dude, I just did Myrtle Beach, man. I mean, we did Myrtle Beach. We had 270 in Myrtle Beach.
How'd that go?
Like, you can't do Myrtle Beach. You can't do Myrtle Beach. I'm like, we're doing Myrtle Beach. To hell with this shit, man. Like, this is it. It's time to go. I mean, it's
How did it go? How did the Myrtle Beach go?
It went great, man.
Awesome.
Nobody died that I know of.
Oh, that's good, man. Jamie, everyone keeps asking where you're from. Where are you from, Jamie?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Everyone's like, is he from Philadelphia? I was like, no, he just likes the Eagles. I said Jersey.
I'm 10 minutes from Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
So I'm south.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But Jersey cuts off. You got Jersey, so it's Philadelphia, and then you go up the Turnpike, and you hit a certain spot, and then that's like New York. That's all New York fans.
Oh, okay. So there's like everything's divided.
We're a separate state. Yeah, we're divided. Yeah.
Oh, you selling your nut wash this weekend, Jason?
Yes,
Jamie said, Jason, you got nut wash?
Yes, I do.
You have ball wash, like testicle wash.
No, I don't. No,
I was going to say, I would like some.
It's house surfactant, but he calls it nut wash. So
I was going to say, if you sell a product to wash your balls with, I'd be interested. I got a set of nuts on me, you know what I mean?
Man, you can try it. It'll work.
Let's just disinfect those fuckers.
Right?
Fucking clean that pendulum.
See you later, man. Craig. Craig.
See you tomorrow, Craig.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, Craig. It depends if I can get up and if I can get out and get there tomorrow. I will. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I might have something I have to do. So I was going to roll down there.
Man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I was going to roll down there, Secret Squirrel. That's why I kept asking the location, which I have never gotten a straight answer. So
Log Pond.
Oh, okay.
You're in Ohio.
The other location.
You're in Ohio?
Yes, Ohio.
Yeah.
We need to do something in Ohio, man.
Oh yeah, we're gonna end up. I think in September. I don't know if Mark and Seth are gonna come, but we're thinking about doing a little something in maybe end of August, beginning of September, doing a little fucking meet and greet with the Squeegee Life podcast up at Cedar Point. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Pretty dope.
I'm definitely going.
I think that'd be cool.
I'll definitely be there.
I'm in.
Yeah,
Are you getting married this year, Seth, or is it next year?
Yeah, I'm getting married July 9th.
This July?
Awesome. This July.
Fuck, you ain't messing around. Hey, I ain't got no fucking... So we're not invited?
I can only have 30 people so
Okay.
far until they change the restrictions to it.
So we got Crash.
My plan is to do that and then throw like a big ass party.
I guarantee you, Mark will be there. He's one of the 30, guaranteed.
Oh yeah, no.
He wants a
no.
fucking
Seth and I haven't even talked.
Seth
about
wants
that.
Seth wants 2 more fucking skids. He will suck Mark's dick for those skids.
Mark, if you come up for the wedding, can you bring those skids?
If I drive, how am I gonna get that on the plane?
See if you can put them as a carry-on.
I don't know, man. How far out are we on the 200th episode, man? When is that? Man,
we thought it was like in June.
Yeah.
Right?
The same weekend this asshole gets married.
Right.
Oh,
Well, I'll tell you this, man. I'm a little disappointed in the inactivity on the Squeegee Life forum. How about you guys?
yeah, we need people.
If you go to www.squeegeelife.com, you can listen to any of the podcast episodes on there. We got the Squeegee Life stores on there. We've got a window cleaners forum in there. That's no holds barred, no censorship, fucking window cleaning forum where you can ask questions, banter, whatever. But none of our loyal listeners, except for Noah Peterson, is the only fucking guy from window cleaning history that's made an attempt on our forum. But the rest of you guys, I'm really upset with. Super upset.
What's the address?
Huh?
What's the address again?
www.squeegeelife.com.
.com.
Yep. And Patreon members, just so you know, tomorrow I'll be making an announcement in the Patreon podcast, the little Patreon members page. There's going to be a super sweet discount code in there for you guys. Yeah. So if you want to be a Patreon member, go to www.patreon.com/squeegeelife. And you get cool stuff. There'll be the first Patreon shirt of the year's coming up soon. I'm working on it. It's gonna be fucking fire. Plus you get exclusive videos from me. You get a discount in the Squeegee Life store. Most likely the Squeegee Life towel store too. We'll see what Mark thinks about that. He's a fucking Scrooge ass bitch, so probably not. Mark, you know I love you, man.
I know you do.
I love you.
I'm a good target.
If you needed me in an emergency, I would get on a plane for you.
Ooh, that's a good one then. If that is
I would get
true,
on a
then
plane
I know
for
I
you.
rank up there.
Yeah, I would get on a plane for you.
Hey, go bring an arm tomorrow, Mark.
Yeah, if Mark was
right?
oh, I'm sick, and I would, I don't know if I'm gonna make it, I would get on a plane. I would get on a
I
plane.
appreciate that.
I'll get on a plane just to film him getting on a plane. So.
I'd be sitting behind you kicking the seat the whole fucking time.
You're right. I want to thank I want to thank our sponsors, windowcleaner.com, Maker Products, American Window Cleaner Magazine, Zero, Black Diamond Squeegee Rubber, the Backflip Boys, they're gay. Who else? All our Patreon members, you guys are the best. Jamie Schmidt, PWMCA, you're the man, dude. Thank you for coming on and hanging out with us, bro. For real.
No, thank you. It was fun, man. Appreciate you guys.
Love to have you back again sometime when you got some free time. You want to come cut it up with the boys and shoot the shit, man.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome
Anytime
to come
you want
back.
to promote
For sure.
PWMCA, the door's always open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. You guys are awesome.
And next week, we're going to have just a regular old average Joe on here. Austin Grubbs is going to come on the podcast, so that ought to be interesting. Someone we don't know too much about. I think he also has a window cleaner show somewhere on the YouTubes.
Cool.
Marcus Bay, yeah. Never forget Marcus Bay. That's why he's right in the middle of the screen there. John Sacco would like to buy 10 towels from Mark Tanner. That's
Hit
great.
Hit me up. We'll get them out to you.
Eventually, or you can go to windowcleaner.com and get them. Or it'd be awesome if you could go to squeegeelife.com and get them, but Mark is dragging his fucking feet.
No,
Jesus.
No, just wait on the web lady. Everything she's got.
Okay, cool.
Waiting on the web lady.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry, my Tandy 2000 doesn't post things very quickly.
if you guys aren't, go subscribe to this channel and go subscribe to the Outlaw Window Cleaner channel, man. Go subscribe to Tim's shit. He fucks you. Go buy a T-shirt from Tim at outlawwindowcleaner.com.
Go on the website, check out PWMCA, and join.
Join the PWMCA. Yeah. If you want to get some knowledge this year, you want to start off 2021 right, just go join the PWMCA, man. Get your shit together and pressure wash some shit the right way. Nobody knows how Marcus passed away, man. It's kind of, we don't really know. We just know he died in his sleep, so we don't know what exactly happened with Marcus. So, I mean, hopefully one day we'll know, but who knows? But we definitely miss Marcus. I know I do.
Yes,
it's super weird not seeing those videos, man. It's really weird. It's really super weird, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think this is... hey, Jay Camaro likes your towels, Mark.
Yeah.
Hey, man, thanks, Jay. I mean, now you don't have to suck a fat dick now. Now you just, you don't have to do that anymore, bro. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. Hey, you know what? I'll tell you what, man. That coming from Jay, that's very nice. Because Jay has he could have any opportunity to say they're the worst towels ever. Because we fuck with him so much. But thank you for being honest.
Can I say something? Can I take up 3 minutes of the podcast?
Sure.
I just want to say how this was the hardest, most frustrating podcast I've ever been a part of. And I apologize to everybody.
Why?
But I almost didn't make the podcast today because I got drunk on Sunday and everybody made plans for Wednesday night. And I said, no, I can't do that at the last minute. So everybody's Leah's just rolling in. So I've been home with the kids alone, like dogs everywhere, kids everywhere. And then Leah rolling in half tanked. So I do apologize.
I know she's trying to make out with you and shit that whole time.
That's it. Just my frustrating night.
Yeah, dude. Hey, Tim, I appreciate you fucking making the effort and getting on the show with us again. You're actually taking the initiative. I know we appreciate that. I think we're just gonna get rid of Seth. Fuck Seth. He's a piece of shit anyway.
No, I like Seth. We're gonna make some money off Seth during the summer law when he's like 10 weeks deep.
Yeah. That's right. You're gonna have to fly us in, dude. Did Lee Burbridge die too? What does that mean? Did Lee Burbridge pass away?
I haven't heard that.
Did you say nice about Lee Burbridge dying?
Lee Burbridge died?
No, he didn't. No.
Oh, it just happens to be right underneath.
Yeah, it just...
he had heart issues,
I think he was responding to Jay.
He had heart issues.
Well, but let me say one thing. Can he have the moniker of Ridge Troll? Because that fucker's smaller than me.
Man, I hope he didn't pass away. That'd be fucking terrible, man.
No, where did that come from?
Somebody asked in the comments there. Man, I hope that's not true. Yeah. I mean, me and Lee fucking had our differences, but man, I hope he's okay, because...
yeah, but nobody wants anybody to die.
Yeah, that'd be awful, man. I hope not, dude. I hope not. That'd be fucking awful. And just so everybody knows, when Barry asked that question, Mark wasn't saying nice. He was just responding to the comment above. Man, I hope not,
him
dude.
and I don't have a friendship, but I don't wish anyone
any ill will whatsoever.
No, I mean anything that Lee is between Lee and us is all business at that point.
Right. I really don't have anything against Lee at all to begin with. The only thing I had against Lee is that he was fucking poking his nose in that Perry shit, and Perry's a piece of shit, so whatever.
Yeah.
Now, the thoughts and opinions on the Squeegee Live podcast are not represented by Jamie Schmidt or the PWMCA. We're the assholes, not Jamie. So don't be fucking giving Jamie no fucking shit just because he came on our podcast. You know what I'm saying? So... but
Jamie Schmidt don't give a shit.
Yeah. Well, next week we're gonna have one of us, a window cleaner, on, a business owner. We're just gonna come. He's just gonna come on. We're gonna shoot the shit. I appreciate everybody. Go to www.squeegeelife.com. Fucking join the forum. Buy some shit from us. There'll be towels and shit on there soon. Go subscribe to the American Window Cleaner magazine, man. It's the best window cleaner magazine there is out there. It's the best. It's the best. And is that it? Is that everything, guys? I mean, am I missing something?
We good.
We good? We good? Jamie, again, thank you, sir. You're the fucking man for coming on. We mad appreciate you, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Yep, and good luck with the PWMCA in 2021, Jamie.
All right.
All right, peace, everybody.
Peace. Later.